Hello, everyone. I'm Zero CEO and President Jamie Burse, and welcome to our special Giving Tuesday coverage right here on Facebook. Throughout the day, we'll introduce you to prostate cancer patients who are on the front lines of the COVID-19 crisis. We'll also talk to survivors, caregivers, and doctors about how this pandemic has changed their lives. Most importantly, you'll be learning about the Zero COVID-19 Support Fund, a fund dedicated to helping prostate cancer patients during these trying times. And when you donate to this fund today, your gift is doubled, allowing Zero to help more men and their families. Much more on all of that to come, but first, we hope that our Giving Tuesday kickoff will actually help you relax and get ready for our full day of coverage. For that, I'm turning things over to my colleague, Renee Haney, who's going to take us through some yoga, some tree poses, and maybe some downward facing dogs.
Hello, everyone. I'm Renee Haney, the Zero East Coast Metro Area Chapter Director, and we have quite a treat for you today on this Giving Tuesday. We're about to do some yoga with a very special woman who can help us all de-stress a little during these very stressful times. So now let's meet Tami. Hi, Tami.
Hi, Renee.
So Tami's coming to us from her home in New Jersey. Tami is a Zero champion. She is a yoga instructor, and Tami is my fuzzy stuffed prostate sister. Yes, I said that. My fuzzy stuffed prostate sister. Tami, you want to tell them a little bit about the fuzzy stuffed prostate, why we are prostate fuzzy stuffed sisters?
Well, from my prostate to yours, I thank you, Renee. And yes, I'd be happy to. We earned this because we each visited a wonderful group of men, the Fighting Men Fighting Cancer support group, prostate cancer support group that my father facilitates in South Jersey. And I earned mine by going to them and talking to them about the benefits of yoga for prostate cancer, which I'm so excited to get to discuss with you today.
So, Tami, for those of us who are watching, why don't you tell them why you feel right now during this COVID pandemic that we're in, yoga is so important and why it can be helpful to other people?
So just taking a tiny step back, I will say yoga in general is useful for anyone, anytime, and anyone can do it. In particular right now, anything that's going to help you to be able to take a deep breath, anything that's going to help you to connect with others, anything that's going to help you to move your body is going to be useful. And yoga can do all of those things. Specifically, yoga for cancer also gives you the benefits of building muscle and building bone while with community.
Absolutely. I know that some of the men with prostate cancer are getting treatment, so androgen deprivation therapy, and that in turn has some side effects. So having yoga for bone health, very important, very important. So what other types of yoga do you do, Tami?
So I am a 200-hour registered yoga teacher in Vinyasa Yoga. From there, I built on it with adaptive hatha yoga, yoga for cancer, and yoga for strong bones. I also wear another hat. I am a social health psychologist, and I use that to help me to figure out evidence-based yoga practices to help people in this moment.
So I know before everything happened with the COVID-19 pandemic that we're in right now, you were teaching yoga at one of the local hospitals. So with that kind of changed everything for yoga for you. Now you're doing online yoga. And why did you decide you were going to continue doing this?
So, as I said, yoga for cancer, we build bone, we build muscle, we build strength. But I think the secret sauce is that we build community. And having built community with this wonderful group of people, very diverse group of people, I may add, men and women are part of our yoga group. we've been meeting on a weekly basis, and we were used to that, and we love that. And when we were told that we couldn't do that any longer, I knew that I did not want to miss a beat. And so the very next week, I had 1 week to learn all of this wonderful world that we are now so used to, Zooming. And this is what we do. We gather online so that we can continue that checking in with one another, catching our breath, but catching up with each other. And we've increased it to twice a week now because we've been so excited by doing it this way.
How did you get involved with Zero?
So yet again, it's Dad. And his famous quote at this point is, "I hate this damn disease, but I love the people that it has helped me to meet." And so because of Dad, we started running, and we started through the Run Walk program. But from there, we have met wonderful people like you. And all I can say is, as a social health psychologist who knows the importance of good communication and good information, the programs that Zero provides to help guide a person through every step of the process so that they're not alone at any moment in this very important set of decisions is invaluable. And so it's been a pleasure to do whatever I can to be a part of it and support it and keep it going.
So Tami, I see that you have a South Jersey Run Walk Zero shirt on today. And I know that you did more than just the South Jersey race this year, or this past year, I should say. Which races did you attend this year?
So this year, I can't compete with Dad, who attended a whopping 5, but together we ran through inclement weather of all proportions in Greensboro, as well as in Hampton Roads, and had a wonderful time at both of them. Though I have to say I wore my favorite for this.
I remember meeting your dad. It was right before the first race at the South Jersey. I met him because Katie, mutual friend Katie, put us in touch with each other because your dad had put on a race before. And it was my first time that I was actually hosting a race. Back then I was the director, the race director, and I met your dad. And ever since then, you know, it's like I'm part of the family, and I'm glad to call you guys family too, because I met him, I met your mom, Helen, you. I don't know what I would do without, you know, have met you guys and all the journeys that we kind of have gone through together. So thank you so much today for chatting with us and taking part in our Zero Giving Tuesday fundraiser. Now let's do some yoga.
I would love that. Let's do it. Welcome back to Zero's Giving Tuesday. Today, we're going to do yoga to end prostate cancer. Let's begin in a comfortable seated position. I'm going to invite you to wiggle your way up to the front of your chair so that you have the best possible chance of sitting in the most comfortable way to allow your lungs to fully expand on your inhale and relax on the exhale. So what I'm doing here, mountain in the chair, is simply lining up my joints underneath of my joints and directly in front of my joints. So if it's a joint, check in with yourself, see if you can find that alignment, and then just take a moment here to maybe rock side to side in your seats. And if just that movement leads you to say, this is not maybe comfortable for me, pause right there. Grab a blanket, a pillow, cushion, anything. Put that on your seat and then come right on back again. Joints in front of joints, joints under joints, nice support for your body. Let your bones stack on your bones. And then take a moment to settle in. Close your eyes or lower your gaze. And just let your hands rest wherever is comfortable for you. And exhale. Allow yourself to empty out as much as you can. And then on the inhale, slowly allow yourself to expand. Invite your belly to get big. Often when we breathe, we have this tendency to breathe right up here, very shallow breaths, and we only fill up part of the lungs, and we're missing out. So when we breathe in yoga, as a way of relaxing the body, we find it's really useful to first empty out and create space. So maybe with this next round, bring your hands to either side of your belly and just empty out. Soften the belly as much as you can. Picture that breath leaving your body. And then on the inhale, as if you're blowing up a balloon, breathing in through the nose, let that belly expand, filling your hands. Exhale, soften. Allow that balloon to deflate. Let's not worry about how the balloon got in your belly. Let's just think about inhale through the nose, expanding. Exhale, softening. Give yourself a few more rounds at your pace. Inhaling, allowing that belly to grow side to side, forward, and maybe even bringing one hand behind you, forward and back. See if you can let that breath fill you up in every direction. Exhaling as completely as you can, keeping in mind, when we breathe this way, we're engaging our diaphragm. When we engage the diaphragm, that sends signals to the brain that we can begin to relax. If we're breathing with our diaphragm, we will not engage in fight or flight or sympathetic activation. Instead, we will relax and engage the parasympathetic division of our nervous system. Letting all that go for a moment, just come back to your breath. Inhaling, filling up, releasing the hands to lap, that's a little more comfortable. Exhale, releasing. Just take a few moments here with eyes closed or eyes softened. Continuing at your pace, noticing how you feel, noticing any sensations that are coming up. If at any point in this breath you decide you want to go beyond the belly, so next round, maybe the belly expands, maybe you start to let the bottom of the rib cage expand side to side. And then soften the ribs, soften the belly. Find another round like that, and maybe it expands once again, even a little bit deeper. So the belly, the ribs, maybe even starting to feel some opening at the top of the chest, letting those collarbones gently ease apart. Softening on the exhale, softening, letting go. Give yourself a round or two more here. And then just gently notice, scan your body, notice how you're feeling. How is this breath affecting you? Is it affecting you? This breath is a wonderful breath for calming the body, for focusing, and just letting the body release. You could do this anytime, anywhere. Coming to this nice tall spine on the inhale, next round. Exhale, release any tension you might be holding in the legs, in the tuchus, just let it go. Inhale, lengthen the spine again. Picture that breath weaving its way between your vertebrae, all the way up the spine, all the way through the crown of your head. Continuing at your pace, exhaling, emptying out. Inhaling, filling up, expanding, taking your time. Maybe with this next round, as you inhale, you draw the shoulders up toward the ears, and then gently draw those shoulders back behind you, let them melt down behind. Finding another round if that felt good. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, draw the shoulders together behind you, let those shoulders melt down your back. Find one more round, pairing your breath with your movement. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, softening, releasing down. And just take a moment here to release completely. Release anything, take any movement that you need. We call this celebration yoga, moving your body any way it wants, however you wish. Just give yourself a moment. And then from here, I'm going to reach down and I'm going to pick up my trusty yoga prop. Now, over here, I have traditional props, belts and yoga blocks and bolsters. And you can use those sorts of things to do yoga, nothing wrong with that. But you don't need fancy things to do yoga. You just need your body, you need your willingness to try. And in this case, I'm using a necktie. So taking, could be a dog leash, could be a belt, could be a strap. Taking that in your hands with your next breath in, let's inhale, lift up. Lengthen that spine upward. On the exhale, press the feet into the floor. Inhale, lengthen up once again. Exhale, hinge to the right. And as you hinge to the right, open up your left side body. Inhale, come on back. Exhale, turn the belly, turn the ribs to the right. Keep your chin in the center of your chest. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, hinge to your left. Opening up that right side body. Inhale, come on back. Exhale, turn the belly, the ribs, the shoulders to the left. Keep the chin in the center of your chest. Inhale, come back. Exhale, lower. You can release. Thank you, necktie. Give yourself any little movement that you need. And we can bring the arms up to cactus. On the inhale, draw the shoulder blades together. Exhale, press the palms together. Lower those palms to heart center and take a moment here to tap into your strength. You have a lot of strength hidden in your body that you might not always know you have. But deep down, all you need to do is ask, and your body will show the strength. Press into the palms, press into those wonderful fingertips. Take a good breath in, fill that belly. Exhale, sigh it out. Life can push us, right? Slowly slide those palms away from one another. Lock those fingers, pull. On the inhale, inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, sigh it out. Life can pull us in many directions. Coming back, pressing palms, thumbs to heart center. When we connect with our breath, it doesn't matter if life pushes us or pulls us. We can tap into our strength when we connect to the breath. Now, don't go away. More yoga to come. But for now, I encourage you to pause and enjoy these words from our Zero CEO, Jamie Bierce. But come back, because right after the break, there'll be some more yoga.
Hello, everyone. I'm Zero's CEO and President, Jamie Bierce, and I hope you're enjoying our Giving Tuesday yoga. We'll be right back to Tami in just a second, but first I want to remind everyone, when you donate to Zero's COVID-19 support fund today, your gift is doubled. And no donation at all is too small. Your generosity helps more prostate cancer patients and families through this pandemic. So please donate here on Facebook or at zerocancer.org. Now let's get back to Tami and more cat-cow stretches.
Welcome back to Giving Tuesday Yoga. I am eager to help you to use that breath one more time. And so we're going to continue to use that belly breath, inhaling, expanding the belly, exhaling, softening the belly. But now, as you see, we're going to start off with another intention. We're adding on. Now we have the goal of building bone. As we know, as we get older, our bones get softer. It's just a natural part of the aging process. However, we also know that many cancer treatments accelerate that. And so the good news is that Yoga for Cancer and Yoga for Strong Bones offers us some ways to maintain the bone density that we have and to build. So that's what we're going to really focus on in this part of the practice. So I invite you to come to a comfortable standing position. And once again, we're going to use that stacking the joints over the joints logic. So we're coming to mountain pose. And just like mountain in the chair, my ankles are under my hips. Shoulders are stacked over my hips. And then chin and center level. Palms facing forward. You can draw those shoulders up, back, and down. Find a good breath here before we go any further. So good breath just means you're exhaling as much as feels satisfying, and then you're inhaling through the nose, warming and cleaning that air, and exhaling. You could sigh it out the mouth or let it come out the nose, whatever feels better for you. And then to truly find mountain, it's important to be able to root down through the feet. So I invite you to lift all 10 toes. And then bring those toes down, working from the outside in, lowering them down 2 by 2. And then you can bring a little more weight into your big toes. Give them a little more responsibility. And then add a little more weight to the outside of your heels. Bring a little more weight to pinky toes. Little more to the inside of the heels. And there you have it, the 4 corners of the feet. And you'll notice that once you've rooted down through those 4 corners, strong winds could come through your room and you're not going to blow over so long as you keep those 4 corners engaged. So right there, hanging out here in our mountain, little windy day, we can cut out the wind, come on back, and take a nice breath out when you're ready. And a good breath in through that nose. And just notice how it feels to have everything lined up. Nice tall spine. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale, sweep those arms out nice and wide, reaching up, 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 palms facing one another. And then on your exhale, and swan dive down. Let the arms come out wide, hinging forward from the hips, coming to a flat back. Linger here for a moment. Notice what's possible. Notice sensations in the backs of the legs. Maybe you're getting a nice hamstring stretch. Good breath in and out here, keeping that flat back, lengthening from your hips to the crown of your head. Then you can bring those arms a little bit behind you as you start to bend your knees and sweep the arms forward, palms facing one another, hinging upward. Pausing here for a moment, take a good breath in and out, and just notice, what is your body saying to you right now? Now, if your body is anything like my dad's body, right now it's saying, knock it off and let's get out of this chair pose. So let's come back up to mountain for a moment, and let's just have a quick chat. When you're finding chair pose, you could go to 100% of your possible chair pose. And that might mean that you do yoga one day and that's the end of your yoga practice. On the other hand, as you come into that chair pose, as you bend the knees and sink the hips toward the floor and reach those arms out, maybe instead of going to 100%, you find 70%. And I know that's for champions, for strong folks, that's not something we're used to hearing, stopping at 70. But maybe think about 70 or 50, because maybe when we find 70 or 50, we can stay here for more than one breath and we can actually breathe. We might even smile when we're here. Let's release to mountain. That was a little too ridiculous even for me, I apologize. Let's take a full release here. Relaxing, finding some empty coat sleeves, bending those knees, letting those arms sway side to side. But just know that strong chair pose is something that you can find anywhere. Just like mountain is something you can find anywhere. You can find mountain in the shower. You can find mountain when you're standing in line at the grocery store. There you are, rooting down through all four corners of the feet, relaxing the shoulders back and down, exhaling, emptying the belly. Inhale, filling up, sighing it out. And then possible, from your mountain, while you're standing in line anyway, what else are you going to do? It's possible that you might work on your balance. And so from here, we're going to root down through all four corners of the right foot. And you'll notice that I brought my trusty can of paint, which will be my yoga block for now, to show you a couple of variations of a balancing, bone building tree pose. So I'm going to root down through all four corners of that right foot, bring my hands to heart center and press those palms, tapping into my strength, tapping into my breath. Find something in the horizon that's not moving. Let that be your focal point. And then slowly, one option is to just bring your left heel just above your ankle and do a little kickstand right there. That's your tree. That could be the tree that you find today. And maybe on an inhale, those branches come up. And you could take several rounds of breath here. Asking your breath, how long should I stay? Let your breath decide. But you could just as easily, maybe another day, feel as though you want that foot to be a little bit higher. And so there you are, foot to the paint can, foot to the yoga block. Same process. Pressing into the palms, pressing all four corners of that right foot down to the earth, breathing. And then maybe over time, you find the chair. All of which are opportunities to train these wonderful muscles, opportunities to build bone, opportunities to lengthen the spine. Most importantly, these are all opportunities to breathe. And so bringing those hands back down to heart center from wherever you started, we're going to release that wonderful left leg. And then there's this tree trunk leg that's been building. So we're going to release the toes, ankles, the knee, taking any little movements here. And you can take your time with any of these joint freeing movements. You could do them for several rounds, getting more and more release. From here, I would switch, prepare for the other side by coming to mountain. Take a good breath in and a good breath out. Bring the hands to heart center. Send your weight to the left foot. Find that thing which is not moving as you then bring that right heel just above your ankle. Take a good breath. Decide, maybe this is your tree right now. Maybe this is the tree today. Press into those palms. Think about growing branches. Once again, you always have the option to take the paint can or take the chair. But maybe you decide you're interested in building bone. So you would choose one option and you'd stay there. You'd continue to breathe, bring those arms up overhead, and then decide, what kind of tree are you? Keep in mind, just like we can adapt the legs, we can adapt the arms. So a cactus is a very important, wonderful tree. Any version of tree that works for you is the right tree. The tree where you're breathing is the right tree. Find one more good breath here. When you're ready, you can release those hands. Release the right leg. And then again, bring a little of that joint freeing movement, keeping a nice tall spine. You can bend and wiggle the toes, bend and wiggle at the ankle, add some circles. Bend at the knee and the hip. From here, let's come back to mountain. Find one more good breath out, emptying as much as you can. Inhale, filling up as much as you can. And sighing it out. Bring the hands to heart center. And remember, Life can push us. Life can pull us. When we connect with our breath, we can tap into our strength. Namaste. Have a great day. And don't forget to donate. Thank you.